we didn't lose that many guns. The main loss was the 9 divisions. Yeah, that's quite a loss. Well played, AI. It was a good cutoff. Okay, so our intel is getting strong enough where we could begin doing some more operations. We should probably be trying to contact resistance in Germany. So let's do that. Let's go to operations. And then make resistance contacts. We're going to select Ile-de-France as our target. And this is going to cost us 50 support equipment. Off you go! And the Germans are continuing to attack, but we are still doing a ton of damage to them. So they are coming in with Alpine troops too, but these are all crossing rivers. They're taking a lot of damage from our units. Unfortunately, we don't have much artillery. Artillery would have been really nice here. Oh yeah, these are 1940, aren't they? Okay. Well, it's almost 1941. In fact, there's no industrial tax for me. There's no point me getting industrial tax. So I may as well just continue getting those. Right, who's counterattacking? Stop that! Alright, you guys are behaving like idiots. Please stop. You hold on to Oslo.
Attention.
You hold on to Trondheim. You hold on to Tromsø. And you hold on to Kirkenes. Is that everyone? No. Where are you? Narvik. I think was historically where the British landed. You also hold Oslo. There we go. Now we should not have those inane attacks anymore, which is what suffered me with all these casualties. Guerrilla fighter? No, I want you to get infantry leader. Really? Not even getting infantry leader? Oh! Right. Yeah. I thought that was a bug, but apparently it's not. Exile leaders don't gain experience. I'd totally forgotten about that. So actually these guys are freaking useless. Let's just hire some new guys. You're fine. You're not. You're also really, really bad. Cautious and reckless. Is that even possible? King Carol II abdicates, pressured by powerful elements in his government. King Carol II of Romania saw no choice but to announce and sign his abdication. His successor is King Michael, but many of the dictatorial powers obtained by Carol have been vested back into the government, and so it's unlikely the young king will be able to wield similar power as his predecessor. Legionary Romania has joined. Yeah, all I have are 2 factories, but it's not really going to affect like 10% more construction speed. I think I'd rather have better guns, because right now I'm fighting more. I mean, I'll get them eventually. Of course I will. It's against Mordred on economy. But right now, nah.
Attention.
Italy caught in Romania. Whoa, Shenrir, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to the channel. You are witnessing the mighty Free France, which basically consists of northern Libya and a couple of Caribbean islands for our holiday home. All of your caffeine belong to us. No, my caffeine's mine. It's mine. Can't have any. How are you guys doing? Shen, how was Portugal? Did you get Brazil in the end? And yes, welcome. Witch Doctor, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. So at the moment, you have missed some rather epic moments. In fact, I know people are still arriving, so I'll give you a moment. Mushia Zakios and The Kid, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. How's Greece doing? Greece is another place that we could have tried to defend. Oh yeah, Brazil finally submitted, took a little war. Cool. Yeah, we've had a rather tumultuous game, shall we say. So, obviously started as France. We decided to try and intervene in Spain. Unfortunately, we intervened a little bit too hard in Spain and caused a civil war in France. We fought against the communists, we beat the communists, then did a direct intervention in Spain, having basically gone, well, they've already had their upset moment, let's just go all in. We fought in the Spanish Civil War, very nearly lost it, but we did manage to turn it at the very last minute. We'd just taken Madrid when Germany declared war on Poland. Thankfully, I did not have a guarantee on Poland, so I was not immediately called in. Britain was. I was allied to Britain, but I refused the call to arms. I spent the time that it took Germany to fabricate on Belgium to win the war. Basically, de Gaulle finally came through with his armoured divisions and just pulverised this flank over here. And then from there, we were able to eventually win the war. It was a tumultuous moment, shall we say. But we did eventually win the Spanish Civil War. Spain is now a Soviet puppet because apparently they relied a little bit too heavily on Soviet supplies and reinforcements. Even though really they should be my puppet. But that's part of the new Republican Spain focus. If they get too many bonuses from the Soviets and the Soviets basically go, you're ours now. Then we fought the war in the Netherlands, in Belgium. They came across the top, as is normal. Because of the Civil War, we had lost half of our armies. So half of them went to the communists, half of them were ours, which meant when Germany attacked, we were at half the strength that we were supposed to have been, but we had a much stronger industry because we were able to industrialize quicker because we mobilized. But they did eventually knock us out, although we did inflict about 1 million casualties on them. Now we are Free France. Free France has their own focus tree as well. Which is all about basically trying to turn Vichy's colonial holdings against them and to join us. Early in the war, we did take Libya from Italy, so Libya is basically our home now. Our capital would otherwise have probably been Guyana or somewhere in the Caribbean or New Caledonia, though we did just notice that New Caledonia flipped to Germany, so I'm just preparing a naval invasion. My one submarine just arrived and is going to hopefully get me naval superiority, and there it goes. So we're getting New Caledonia back, which is important because New Caledonia has a bunch of chromium, which I really want to sell so I can get an industry. How about the China-India situation you had now? That was weird. Was that when China declared war on Japan? Or China declared war on India? I don't remember. But yeah, so far I'm really liking the French focus tree. They've done a lot of very clever things. Like, I can't show it to you now because neither me or Vichy are on the French focus tree. Both of us have our own separate focus tree, which is not national France. But in the like starter French focus, there's a lot of decisions to make, and it's all about being a race against time. You can try to go for different bonuses, but if you do that, then you're neglecting like the build-up of your military, so you don't get as many from that, and you're effectively choosing your government for when you become free France. So we did not fix our industry, for example, so we are still stuck with this inefficient economy with no way of getting rid of it. But we did get rid of disjointed government, which is like all the political issues. We did get rid of the victors of the war because we fought in Spain. So we're like, yeah, we know how to fight modern wars. This is our newer experience. We did get agricultural protectionism, which allows us to build civilian factories a bit faster. We got some non-core manpower for the colonies. We have a worker shortage because so many people died early on. We have cheaper artillery. And communism is banned, so every now and then communism tries to raise its head and it immediately just gets eradicated. The other thing we did was we did hire a couple of agents and build up our spy network, our agency a little bit. And at the moment I'm just trying to increase the intel networks in Germany, in France, and also in Spain, because I want to try and flip Spain back to democratic if I can. So yeah, things are happening. Japan declared on China. China joined the Allies. So Japan is fighting the Allies. Guangxi takes leadership in China, joined the Comintern. Japan is now also fighting the Comintern. Comintern surrenders to Germany. China becomes a German puppet. And Japan is now fighting the Axis. Interesting. So are you an expert on spies now? I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I did do a test game as the UK, and if you really want to learn how to do spies, then the UK is the way to do it. Because whereas we have 3 spies, which is, yeah, it's alright. If you flip over to Britain for a moment. They have a lot more. And you can really get involved with espionage, and you have a lot more assets and abilities to do operations and things like that. So Britain, if you want to learn espionage, play as Britain. They're really the way to do it. And now I have no idea what my own tag is going to be. What country are we? Are we still just Fra? We might well be just Fra. We are just Fra. This is us, right? Yeah, that's Free France. Good. So yeah, we are going to be doing resistance in France, just generally spying on Germany to steal their blueprints, because I'm really trying to get their medium tank tech, and I'm also trying to flip Spain to democracy. We should really be spying on Italy as well, because Italy keeps on trying to take Libya from us, but there's only so much I can do. And now we're fighting in Norway, where we've actually lost about half of our army. But we are doing quite a lot of damage to the Germans, I hope. The Royal Navy is doing a lot less damage than I was expecting. Like, we held the Germans in Bergen for a really long time. And I was just hoping that the British surface fleet would just sink all the convoys for supplies coming in. They didn't really seem to do very much. And in fact, a bunch of my own units got sunk on the way in by German submarines. We have now lost the south, and we just lost a big salient where we got cut off. The AI actually did a really nice move against us. Trapped 9 divisions and killed them. So now we're just trying to hold them. And do damage before the Soviets and the USA join, because they are not in yet. It's still only 41. Only just 41. Speaking of being 41... No, we can't do technology yet. That's right. So yeah, crazy game so far. Crazy game. But the French focus tree is interesting. National Committee. Good. So now we have positive stability, so we should stop being hit by all the negative stuff. Let's go for Central Africa. We're going to see if we can get some more territory. Central Africa is of vital importance for the Allied war effort, and could be seized as an important propaganda coup for us. And we are also going to take a look at what decisions are available in West Africa. Those of our overseas territories that remained with the Vichy government can still be turned over to our side. We have different options depending on the location, but some of these may have repercussions down the line. So we can promise independence to North Africa. 20% chance that we take over. 80% chance of nothing. Or we can prepare a coup. Unlocks an intelligence operation to execute a local coup that can turn those territories over to us. We have a pretty big intelligence system service. So I think we're going to prepare a coup. And in fact, the operative... Where is this? North Africa. Casablanca, Marrakesh, Algiers, Tlemcen. That's going to be this bit. We're going to grab our spy currently in Germany and send you there. We're going to start getting an intel network ready. And once that's 50% or so, we'll take that decision and see what exactly it does for us. Spain's already a democracy. That won't stop them from being a Soviet puppet. I know. I just feel weird about them. Oh, okay. We have actually flipped them more democratic. They were about 60% communist and 68% demo. So they've actually started to switch back to democracy. Unlocks recovering some reward decisions, making it possible to return owned Spanish states to the core states. They have sufficiently high compliance. Maybe they are going anti-communist. In that case, yes, you're right. I should move you somewhere else. And your boost ideology there is pretty poor. Let's put you in Brandenburg instead. You a linguist? Yes. I try to keep as many of my agents as linguists as possible because then they have a higher chance of picking up nationalities. And if you pick up the nationality of a country that you're active in, you get some pretty hefty bonuses. So it's a good thing having those nationalities and being able to speak the language. They have done oppose the communists, have they? Oh yes, you're right. Good. So they are going down the pro-democracy path. Marvellous. See, I had an impact. It's been positive. Although they are probably still going to be joining the Soviet Union when Germany declares war on the Soviets, which means the Germans are going to be fighting a war on two fronts, one in southern France and one against the Russians. And now we're being hit pretty hard in Norway again, but we're pretty well entrenched here. So yeah, we're taking a ton of damage. But I'm really hoping that we're inflicting a ton of damage too. We are. Because these are just pure infantry divisions. Just solid defense. We have artillery support, we have AT support, and we have logistical support. What are they called? Factories! And the Chromium Invasion Force. That's true. That's not you, that's you.
Pareil. Bougez-vous!
Alright, Chromium Island is ours again. This place doesn't have any factories or anything, does it? It has a factory slot, at least. Is there even a way for democratic Spain to break free without defeating the Soviets outright? I don't think the Spanish troops marching into the Kremlin is very historical. I don't know. War of Independence. Change in popularity of democracy, 10%. Soviet Union removes the puppet from Spain. Spain leaves the Comintern. Spain declares war on the Soviets. And I'm guessing if they just last a long enough time that they'll get their independence. Kinda like Finland. New Chromedonia. Alright. Yeah, they might. You're not
Continue
wrong.
l'attaque.
Back off! Units down here look like they're doing okay. Oh, is Oslo just Oslo just fell. Alright, how are they doing? I'll still fight on for a bit longer. So, these white units I'm going to assign to here instead.
Allez, allez, allez.
So how are they doing so much damage to us? They have a lot of soft attack. And just the aircraft. I have no counter to their air force.
Gardez vos distances.
Because they are doing some pretty incredible damage to us, and I just cannot afford that. I was really expecting this war in the mountains to be easier than it has
Visez
been.
bien.
Oh boy, you guys are actually in real danger here.
Gardez vos rangs. Bougez-vous. Aux ordres.
Okay. Now Norway is looking kind of shaky.
Écoutez.
You guys are on your way to Trondheim. Trondheim is going to be another one that's just worth a load of victory points, right? That's Trondelag. Trondheim is a 3. Narvik is a 1. 1. 1. So yeah, I think Trondheim's going to be the big one. If we can hold on to Trondheim, we are in. The real question is just how much do I want to give in to this? Oh, we are actually... Oh no, we have the worker shortage, so... Population factor is an issue. Alright, time to choose between assault and infiltration. We are France. We're going to go for the absolute maximum planning, although we don't have the Maginot bonus anymore. Yeah, we're going assault. More max planning. Cut-off spot. Though it gets a little bit hairy if we lose that, so you know what, let's drop back. Is this plains? Yeah, see, I'm not sure that I want to defend plains. I'm going to fall back from there as well.
Visez bien. Écoutez. Tirs ennemis.
Time to go.
Tirs ennemis. Bougez-vous.
If we can retake this, then that would give us a little bit of a hand. Can you guys hurry up and run? I'm mostly doing this to block him from counterattacking and blocking you guys in. Come on!
Gardez vos distances.
Time to go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Allez, on se bouge.
Us any favours. Yep. Take the train.
Écoutez.
Choo choo. Getting absolutely annihilated and you're not even fighting.
Gardez vos rangs.
Alright, we got out. German Reich have a 20% collaboration in Norway. This will reduce Norway's surrender by 6% and give 20% compliance when the enemy capitulates, which can be used for unlocking additional compliance modifiers. Oh, that's what the collaboration government does. Alright.
Écoutez. Écoutez.
This might be the time to do the unit merge. Yeah. Never actually done this before. They've already been deleted. I think it was one of these buttons. They can't be in active combat to do a consolidation. Look how much damage we've taken, it's absurd. Although, is this mostly equipment losses or manpower? This is equipment losses. Alright, equipment we can get back again, so that's it, we're done here. Time to go.
Aux ordres. Aux ordres.
We've done what we came to do. We delayed the Germans.
Gardez vos rangs.
You're running the wrong way.
Écoutez.
Hopefully there's no submarines lurking out here, Britain.
Attention.
Okay, you're running the right way. You most assuredly are not.
Attention.
Gonna leave the white guys behind to
Visez bien.
just make sure that we can actually retreat. Can you retreat the runway the right way? For Pete's sake. Run away properly. We're still leading in terms of kills against the Germans, so we're making them bleed.
Tirs ennemis. Gardez vos rangs. Continuez d'avancer.
You're going to get disbanded, I can tell. Greece has capitulated. Johannes Metaxas has announced that the German nation can no longer withstand the pressure from the occupying Italian forces committing travesties throughout the country. The Greek government has gone into exile, the main forces have capitulated, and Italy is now in control of the home area. Oops.
Aux ordres.